The story of the success of the legend Muhammad Ali Clay. In the history of sports, there are thousands of names which can be mentioned in all sports and in different times. But, of course, there are only a few examples which resonated strongly and became an example to follow and a symbol for all generations after it. On top of these names, the name of boxing legend comes from Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest boxers and athletes of all time. After his overwhelming history, the name Muhammad Ali became Clay, synonymous with greatness, success, strength of determination and will, not only in the boxing ring, but in the larger life arena. Muhammad Ali Clay was famous with his intelligence, quick wit, and unconventional boxing style. He was also distinguished by his humanitarian attitudes and his own views that have earned him the respect of millions around the world, whether from within the boxing public or from outside it. In fact, the life story of Muhammad Ali Clay. It is not just the story of a professional boxer, just a snap. Rather, it is about a man who rebelled against injustice and challenged wrong societal norms, defended his beliefs. Through his actions and words, he became a beacon to millions around the world. In this video, we will delve into the man's life, who truly embodied the hero's spirit. We will review the journey of his rise and struggle from his childhood to the pinnacle of his glory. Muhammad Ali Clay was born on January 17, 1942, as Cassius Marcellus Clay, in the state of Kentucky, in the United States of America. Unfortunately for him, Muhammad Ali grew up in a time of apartheid and the persecution of blacks in the southern United States. He faced many forms of discrimination in his childhood. Muhammad Ali started boxing at the age of 12. It was through this sport that he found his passion and inner strength. Based on the famous African American boxer Sugar Ray Robinson is an example. Muhammad Ali got serious about boxing, and he actually started his career at a local gym in Louisville. Muhammad Ali quickly developed his skills. He eventually won his first match in the amateur category. He was then at the age of 16. Since his debut, his style has distinguished himself on the track with quick footwork and hand speed. Soon he was under the leadership of a boxing coach, the legendary Angelo Dandy, who discovered his talent and led him at the beginning of his path towards globalization. At the age of 12, Cassius Clay passed, a pivotal event. It changed the course of his life forever. After his bike was stolen, a police officer named Joe Martin reported the theft. This officer was also a boxing coach. Muhammad Ali told the officer he was very angry and he wants to hit the thief. The young officer advised Muhammad Ali, then learn how to fight before trying to confront anyone. This encounter led Muhammad Ali to start thinking in learning boxing and already started training under the direction of Martin at the Columbia Auditorium in Louisville. As a young African American in a separate community, he encounters Clay, the crisis of limited resources in addition to the difficulty of access to training facilities. Despite these challenges, Muhammad Ali remained tirelessly dedicated to training to hone his skills under the guidance of his coach, Joe Martin, where Clay learned the basics of boxing and developed his own unique style that relied on speed and agility. Clay quickly became a talent. Naturalism in boxing is evident, where he was faster than other boxers. At the same size as he had superhuman ability to dodge punches. As an amateur, Muhammad Ali fought with Clay 105 matches, winning 100 and losing only 5. His impressive athletic track record earned him the honors multiple Golden Glove championships, in addition to being recognized as one of the best amateur boxers in the world. Light heavyweight in the world. Despite his family's opposition. In the beginning of the boxing career, Muhammad Ali stuck to his opinion, and in 1960, when he was 18, Muhammad Ali traveled to Rome, Italy, to participate in the Summer Olympics, where he won the Olympic gold medal in boxing for the light heavyweight division, to become the youngest boxer in the history of the Olympic Games. He wins a gold medal. Thus began a legendary career for one of the most athletic personalities, famous and influential in history. After winning the gold medal in the light heavyweight category at the 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome, Clay decided to turn professional. His professional career began with a series of victories. Most of them were knockouts. It was Muhammad Ali's style, unconventional in boxing, which involved raising his hands and relying on his speed and agility, baffling all the opponents he faced. He was also known for his self-promotion before the fight, and his talk about the round in which he expects to eliminate his opponents. Thanks to Clay's impressive performance in the ring, he quickly gained a chance to run World Heavyweight Championship. On February 25, 1964, Clay faced Sonny Liston, the then World Heavyweight Champion. Although initially losing 7-1, however, Clay had achieved an amazing surprise by returning to the match and defeating Sonny Liston. Finally, a new champion is crowned heavyweight at the age of 22. Muhammad Ali was not only a legendary boxer, he was also an outstanding personality. In the civil rights movement, it was his conversion to Islam in the 60s, an important turning point in his life, both personal and professional levels. In the early 1960s, Cassius Clay began in getting acquainted with the so-called Nation of Islam organization, founded by the famous activist Malcolm X. It is a religious and political organization empowering and defending African Americans. The NOI's message resonated with Clay, who suffered racial discrimination and segregation throughout his life. Over time, Malcolm X and Clay developed a close friendship, as Malcolm X serves as the muse and spiritual guide for Muhammad Ali. Through their relationship, Clay becomes more involved in the Nation of Islam and its teachings. Shortly after he won the World Heavyweight Championship against Sonny Liston on February 25, 1964, Clay announced that he converted to Islam. On March 6, 1964, he changed his name from Cassius to the name of Muhammad Ali, which was called by his spiritual teacher, Elijah Muhammad, leader of the Nation of Islam. This decision caused a storm of controversy in American society, where some considered his transformation a political statement, while others considered it a true expression of his religious beliefs. Regardless of the differing opinions, Ali converted to Islam and changed his name. It marked a major turning point in his life and career. As a new Muslim, Muhammad Ali started in defense of civil rights, black people in America, and talk about the racial injustice they are exposed to, using his media platform as a world-famous athlete to raise awareness of this issue. In addition, it affected Muhammad Ali's conversion to Islam on his personal life, where he adopted a more modest lifestyle, and he was keen to form a good family. He became an exemplary husband and father, and his faith remained an essential aspect of his identity throughout his life. Muhammad Ali always defended Islam in Western society and highlights it. This prompted everyone to respect his beliefs As the heavyweight champion, Muhammad Ali defended his title several times against strong opponents. One of his most famous rivalries was his match with Joe Frazier, which has been dubbed the Battle of the Century, as neither of them had been defeated before. The anticipation for the match was overwhelming. On March 8, 1971, in a hard-fought battle, Frazier emerged victorious from the match to lose Muhammad Ali Clay, thus his first professional loss. Muhammad Ali considered him an athlete later. In the rematch on January 28, 1974, their third and final match took place on October 1, 1975. In the Philippines, in a brutal and arduous battle, Muhammad Ali Clay emerged victorious. After Frazier's knockdown, she stopped the fight before the 15th round. It was also the well-known famous match as Ramla in the Jungle in 1974 against George Foreman. Key matches in Clay's career. In this match, used Clay his rope on double strategy. He feigned weakness and made Foreman beat him until Foreman became weary. Then Clay took advantage of this weakness and was knocked down. Foreman in the 8th round. In 1966, Muhammad Ali was summoned to the army to participate in the Vietnam War. But he refused to serve because of his moral opposition to war. This led to his arrest and conviction for evasion from military service, stripped of his boxing titles, and his boxing license revoked. It was 3.5 years in which Muhammad Ali was banned from boxing. Of the most difficult years of his life, where he was at the beginning of his sporting glory at the age of 25, it was very difficult for him to be stopped from playing. In this period, in the end, the Supreme Court of the United States of America overturned his conviction in 1971, but he lost nearly 4 years of his sports career. Muhammad Ali gave many speeches across the country and explained the reasons his opposition to the Vietnam War on moral grounds. As a result, he became Muhammad Ali, symbol of the anti-war movement, and his attitudes towards the war turned him into more than just an athlete. He became a cultural icon and social activist. Ali's position on the Vietnam War, controversial at the time, especially among his fans who felt it. He should be grateful for the opportunities the country has given him. But Clay's position was clear and firm. After returning to boxing again, triumphant to his principles, he became Ali, one of the most influential figures of the 20th century, and an example of how the defense of moral principles and positions, much more important than personal benefits. Muhammad Ali continued to defend his title until 1978, when he lost it to Leon Spinks. He regained the title later that year, in the rematch, becoming the first fighter to win the heavyweight championship 3 times. However, it was Ali's march on the way to finish as he lost his last 2 matches against Larry Holmes in 1980 and Trevor Berbick in 1981. In the end, Muhammad Ali retired. Professional boxing professional record of 56 wins and 5 losses and 37 knockouts. I left the career of Muhammad Ali Clay, professional, personal, and achievements, as a world heavyweight champion, an indelible mark on the sport of boxing. His unorthodox style made him stand out. His ability to defeat all opponents, in addition to his noble personal attitudes, a symbol of greatness in and out of the ring. Muhammad Ali passed away in 2016, leaving behind a great legacy, not only because of his boxing skills, but also because of his strong and bold personality. He was always true to his beliefs, he was not afraid to defend her, which made him an example of courage, strength, and determination to succeed. In conclusion, the success story of the legend Muhammad Ali. A testament to the importance of determination, resilience, and faith. Self-steadfast. It is an inspiring success story. From its humble beginnings in Louisville to his rise to the top of the boxing world, Clay's journey has been marked by many challenges and obstacles. However, he never wavered in his pursuit of success, despite the difficulties he faced, as a result of his refusal to give up his beliefs. However, in the end, he triumphed for himself and his beliefs. He established himself as a legendary symbol among the people. It also taught them a valuable lesson to respect your beliefs and ideas, and the whole world will respect you. The victories of Muhammad Ali Clay. Inside the ring, stunning, but it was his fights outside the ring that really defined his legacy. Muhammad Ali wasn't just a boxing champion, but he was a champion of civil rights and a voice for the voiceless, and a symbol of confronting injustice. Therefore, his life and career are considered a constant source of inspiration for anyone who has a dream they want to achieve. And what about you? Has Muhammad Ali's career affected you in any way? Share with us what you learned from the life story of Muhammad Ali in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.